My name's Nick Barnard. I'm one of the founders of Rude Health, and I'm highly opinionated and extremely ranty. So they let me out once a year to come here to rant at you. So here today, I'm going to give you some idea as to why we have this rant attitude to entertain and to educate and to enlighten you. Most of you are miserable, sleepwalking consumers. All you do is you go and you buy the same brands day in, day out. You have your habitual habits. You go along the supermarket aisles, and do you know what? Those supermarket aisles are designed to make you more habitual. Because what you do is you walk along, and you barely have to turn to the right and gather that precious box of cornflakes, or whatever it is on the left, the Thai food tea. It doesn't really matter what brands they are. They're the ones you always buy. Well, the reason you're here today at Abergavenny Food Festival is to challenge some of those habitual taste sensations that you've become imbued with, and to branch out and to taste different things. Now, Rude Health was set up because we wanted to challenge what is out there in the terms of the quality of the food, the taste of the food, and how it sustains you. And I'm encouraging you, as I have been possessed, imbued with the spirit of wanting to make those changes to my choices. And what I like seeing when I go down the supermarket aisle is consumers looking at what's on the label, asking in restaurants where the food is from, asking, is it farmed, is it wild, making those gentle challenges, not preaching. I'm not going to preach at you. I do that in the supermarket when I catch somebody buying the wrong milk. Okay, one poor lady was buying the wrong milk, and so I went up to her and I said, you know, that's a very bad choice. Actually, she couldn't reach it. So I reached up for it and I said, you know, you really shouldn't buy that milk. Buy this one down here. Why is that? Well, that one's homogenized. What's homogenization? She didn't know. Does anybody here know what homogenization is? Do you know what percentage of milk is homogenized in this country now? 99%, 95%. Did they ask us to homogenize the milk? No, they didn't. They did it to make sure that they get supply chain efficiencies. So right now, I'm going to start off with my rant opener. And over the next hour and a half, we're going to have this selection of ranters, some of whom are going to be vitriolic like me, and some of whom are going to be gentle and passive. And we're going to be talking about what makes us really, really get excited about food, or angry about food, or just ecstatic about food from a taste and a sensation. Now, yesterday, for the first time, well, actually for the second time in the history of milk, we had a raw milk tutored tasting at the Angel Hotel, and there were 90 people, and we sat down for 45 minutes, and 90 people paid money to taste milk. Now, that's an extraordinary idea in the first instance, and it was popular because milk is not a commodity. You know, that ridiculous woman in the Archers, Debbie Archer, and her ghastly dairy that she wants to put down into the countryside with all those cows trapped inside producing the same old milk, blended, homogenized. That is what we were tasting against yesterday. And what we did was that we tasted milk from various different types, because it's a very complex subject. And at the end of the day, I will share with you the most abiding fact of this was that everybody there, okay, let's just ask now, how many of you buy semi-skimmed milk? Right, okay. You're all, I mean, I bet you're actually just fibbing, most of you do. But anyway, what percentage of fat is in semi-skimmed milk? One? Anyone? It's about 2.2, I think it is, okay? What percentage of milk is in full-fat milk? 4, isn't it? 4, okay. Now, yesterday we did a blind taste test between semi-skimmed, regular milk, in other words, the full-fat milk. And of course, calling it full-fat is demonizing it. It's not full-fat, it's just naturally a low-fat drink. Anyway, we did a taste test, and of the three, there was semi-skim, which most of you sinners buy, and then there was full-fat milk, and then there was Gold Top. Which one won? Gold Top. Well, what a surprise. It tasted of something. And now what we're going to do is we're going to give you the opportunity today to taste one of the most fabulous milks available in the land. And I'm going to invite Rosie up here, who's a farmer in Somerset, Guernsey herd, a Guernsey herd. So this is a purebred herd, none of this milk that's mixed and blended, a purebred herd of Guernsey cows producing this wonderful milk. Now, this is raw milk. It's not pasteurized. And at the end of the rant, I'm going to rant at you about freedom of choice, because what you're drinking today strangely enough, the FSA wants you not to be able to drink. And I think that is an absolute denial of our right to be able to make choices for better quality milk. So please welcome Rosie, who's going to talk to you about why Guernsey is such a fabulous milk. Please welcome Rosie.
Good morning, everybody. Right, let me put the product right there. That deserves a shelf of its own. This is pure Guernsey milk, a single herd, like a single estate wine. This is a single herd milk from pure Guernseys. And what everybody thinks is milk is just milk. Now, within the milk, there are different beta caseins, proteins. Now, our Guernsey cows produce 95% A2 beta casein. A2 beta casein is what human breast milk is. Goats, sheep, buffalo, and there's donkey and ass. Your black and white cows produce about 15% of A2 beta casein, and the rest is an A1 beta casein. So this is actually, and we're proud to say it, second best to breast milk. We are proud to be second best. This is a very natural product for the human gut. And it's unique. Our milk, our cows graze the pastures. They graze lush pastures, mainly foraging. We do supplements sometimes if the weather's bad like this year, and we just have to give them a little bit more energy. But they're grazing pastures. Those pastures have old herbs, young herbs. They have docks. It has wild garlic. Your milk varies from the field to field and through the season, and also the state of lactation of the cow. The lactation is how long the cow milks. When she first calves in, she'll be producing lots of milk with less of the butter fat. And as she goes through her lactation, as you milk for the 10 months, it will change in constituents. So even though milk averages out at maybe 4% fat, at different stages of lactation, your individual cows will be producing a variant for them. So you actually end up with a beautiful, beautiful product that changes through the seasons, and you're welcoming the changes through the seasons. When they go out to grass first thing in the spring, in February, we're waiting for that different taste in the milk. But sadly, when your milk goes off to the dairy and it's mixed with those cows that live in 365 days of the year, that unique taste is lost. So when you go shopping, ladies and gentlemen, look for something different. Look for an unhomogenised milk. I've shaken this milk so much before coming on because I was a little bit nervous. It did have a cream line that disperses naturally. You don't need to homogenise milk. You need to shake it gently. And if you're feeling a little bit indulgent, you take your unhomogenised milk from the fridge and you say, today I'm going to have cream in my coffee. I'll carry it carefully to the table and I will get that bit before anyone else does. Buy unhomogenised milk, buy beautiful. Look for Guernsey milk if you can. Buy yourself a very natural product.
Now, how can you buy milk now that's not homogenised? It's quite a struggle. So when I'm out and about not carrying my raw milk in a chiller bag with me, which I normally do, I will go and buy Gold Top. And please be careful, because those miserable producers out there have got Gold Top Smooth, which is homogenised Channel Island milk, which is about as bonkers as it gets. So be careful. Gold Top, fine. That's unhomogenised. You can also buy, there's certain, I think, of the Waitrose stocks milk that is not homogenised, and that's usually from a mixture of Friesian, Holstein, or blended. And then, at the end of the day, when you want to look for this, I mean, did you all enjoy that taste of milk? Wasn't it spectacularly complex? Wasn't it spectacularly enriching? Yes. When you're possessed with this desire to have the true taste of milk, then go online, key in Raw Milk UK, and you'll see a map comes up, and you'll be able to find a local farmer, handshake with that farmer, find the farmer's market that they're at, and support them. And if there's any chance that you actually want to say something about it, send an email into the FSA and say that you support freedom of choice for such good milk. So there we are. Thank you very much indeed for that one.